WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. And today I have the Craigellachie 23-year-old. Wow. Now, in the UK, this costs 400 plus euros. In Germany, it's 200 euros. Why is it double the price? Well, is it the excise tax? Is it the VAT? No, it's a pricing politic. It's politics, pricing politics, which I don't understand, nor do people in the UK. So, 23-year-old, this is Whiskey Base 580005. What is really weird is that online it says by the Whiskey Base there were 1,200 bottles worldwide. That's not very many. Maybe it's true. I had batch number 67KA23, which is exactly the bottle they show online, and Whiskey Base came out 2014. Now, I'm going to try this. I just opened this up in my German video. I love Craigellachie, and what I do love about them is many different things. For example, the 17. This is going to be my comparison video. The 17 is actually only 80 euros over here, and also a build for a picture for eternity. The 13-year-old is actually just 40 euros. So you got 40, 80, 200. Or in Great Britain, you might go 50, 90, 400, which is really, really annoying, to be honest. Yeah. Let's pour a little bit. I'm going to quote here from my nice little malt whiskey yearbook. The 2016, I couldn't find my 18, so I'm just going to read from it here. So the whiskey boom in the late 19th centuries put pressure on the big blending companies. Back then we did not have single malt. Stocks were running low to the rapidly increased demand, and building or buying a distillery of their own became necessary. Peter MacKay admittedly already owned the Lagavulin, but the sales of his White Horse blend increased so rapidly that he needed another distillery. White Horse is still something today. And together with Alexander Edward, he built Craigellachie. That was actually 1891. Craigellachie Distillery is equipped with a modern Steinecker full lauter mash tun that was installed 2001, which replaced the old open cast iron mash tun. And there are also 8 washbacks made of lark, with a fermentation time of 56 to 60 hours, and 2 pairs of stills. Both stills are attached to warm tubs. This is the important part, people. A warm tub. Why don't they have a picture of a warm tub anywhere here? That would be something I like. You have the pot, you have the laying arm, it goes down, and then it has to condense. Now today we usually use modern condensers. A lot of cold water flows through there and condenses it almost immediately. What they used to do, and you have the old pot stills, you can see those when people make moonshine, you'll see this coil of copper. You put the coil of copper into cold water, and it's a warm tub. Warm tub. W-O-R-M. Warm, not worm. Warm tub. And what you do there is actually you cool down the spirit, the evaporated spirit, you condense it, and you give it more copper contact. Very important to get and I like what they say here. They say here, it's why we are one of the few distilleries to still use warm tubs to cool the spirit from the stills. This bestows it with extra flavor of a strong sulfury, they even mention the word sulfury nature, and helps to create a gutsy dram that rivals whiskies twice its age. Now, that is the wording on the 13 as well, which might make sense. I don't know many 46-year-old whiskeys out there. I think you should change the 23-year-old wording here, by the way. But hey, who knows? Maybe they think the 23-year-old can rival a 46-year-old whiskey, which I very rarely in my life have ever had. All right, so the nose. Happy Jason. I'll come back to that. Now, particularly, I am a fan of the 17-year-old. I'm the person that I've said this quite a few times in my life. Hey, you have 80 euros left over, you don't know what to buy? Craigellachie 17. You won't go wrong with it. If you like a meaty type of a little bit of sulfury whiskey. Very, very nice. Would I buy this again? Probably not. I paid $217 for it. I've now seen it online for 200, which really 10% less, which I'm going, ah. But then I was like, oh, I could have paid 430 euros like they have to do that in England. So I'm much, much happier with that. Who knows? A malty type of rich, sweet, dark woodiness together with a tiny little bit of a, where are we going to go here? With a herbalness. Now the thing is here, there's a long-lasting finish. I'm talking about, I've said this a few times, go for a walk for 25 minutes, come back, take another sip, you're okay. It lasts that long. I just love this. Mm. 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 Oily. Mm. Very herbal. I'm going to take a look at something here, if I may. There's a word in German that I'm very, very familiar with, but I forgot what it is in English, which really is a pain in the butt. Let's see here if I can do this right. It says here, I'm going to have to translate some of this stuff. Show translation text. It's wild garlic. It's a wild garlic broth, sulfur, sour, sweet. So I'm going to read this. Okay. The wild garlic broth, sulfur, sour, sweet, spicy melange actually has something to discover. There's a lot in it. This wild garlic note baffles me. It's great. I just love it. It's very, very, very good. And what I didn't understand is when I first nosed it, I was like, oh, it's like an Oban 14. There's a lot of coastal sea air here. Very, very nice. Over here, it's sweeter. It's amazing that the 17 is, this is woodier. Jason, 6 years longer in the cask. The 17-year-old is a little bit sweeter. So it comes in, it's sweet, this gets woody, and then it continues on with that same wild garlic a little bit moment here. Now, there's another thing I really recognize in both of these, and you might not like it, but I do. Sometimes I'm the hobby electrician, which I shouldn't be, and every once in a while you have to have a wire, you have to strip the wire. What do? And if your tongue has ever contacted that copper wire, you have that copper taste. Da-da-da. That warm tub allows a lot of copper contact. You get a lot of that copper slash phosphor moments here. Very, very, very sulfur. Very, very nice. I like that. This is good. This is really great stuff. Going here just very, very briefly, like I did in my German video, the 13-year-old. Now, the 13-year-old does smell a little bit different, to be honest. I still like it. I can still recommend it. So in the middle we have the 13-year-old, over here we have the 23-year-old, over here we have the 17-year-old. I'm very privileged to be able to do this. Much more aggressive. The alcohol is much more forward. The finish is almost still the same, even though there's more of a bite to this. If you only have, as I said, 40 euros left over and you want to try something special, go for the Craigellachie 13-year-old. If you have 80 euros left over, go for the 17-year-old. This is one of my favorite secret tips. Shh, don't tell anyone. This is the 23-year-old, which is more of a I have to buy my boss something special and I have 200 euros budget or whatever, and I need to buy him something. 23-year-old. It's got the great age statement, even though I would prefer the 17-year-old. This is a B to B minus. This is a B to B plus. This is a B minus minus C plus plus. Very, very good whiskeys here. One, why haven't you bought it? I'm sorry. B, why? B, buy it. C, you can buy it. D, you don't have to buy it. F, why was it even made? So these are definitely buy options, even though this is way too expensive. This is actually something I would highly, highly recommend. Most people don't even have it on their shelves. I don't know why. Craigellachie, 17-year-old, one of my secret tips of the day. 13-year-old, not bad. It's a good start in that area, but the 17-year-old blows it out of the water in my personal opinion. So my question of the day is, what is your favorite Craigellachie expression? I've heard, at least I read yesterday online, that there's a 19-year-old travel retail expression, which I've never seen. Ooh, gonna have to go look for that. What is your favorite Craigellachie expression and why? And or if you can't say that, what is your favorite whiskey that's 23 years old? Have you ever seen a 23-year-old whiskey? A very unusual number. Usually we have 18 and 21 and 25 and 30 and so on, but they go for the 23. So they go for the 17, not the 18. Craigellachie always does something a little bit different. They go for the 13 and not the 12, which I kind of like. They're special. All right, Whiskey Jason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare, maybe one of 1,200 bottles. Exotic 17-year-old Craigellachie whiskeys. Thank you very much for watching. My videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. All the best. If you want to contact me, WhiskyJason, one word, @gmail.com. See you soon. Bye-bye. Whiskey Jason here.